and we'll get started with our practice. So I'd like you to start sitting on your mat. If you can't sit on your mat, you can sit on a chair or sit on a pillow, and we will get started. Hands to heart center, thumbs resting onto the chest. And with your shoulders dropped slightly back, we're going to start off taking a nice deep inhale through the nose, and a nice long release of the breath. Another deep inhale and release of the breath. And one more deep inhale and release of the breath. Wonderful. We're going to start off bringing the arms all the way up to sky. Just opening up so the arms are parallel with one another. Gentle twist to the left. Coming back to center and twisting to right. Coming back to center, bring those palms to face out, lower the arms, opening the belly, chest, and head coming into a full forward fold. Unraveling the spine to come up, to bring the arms up to sky. This time interlacing the fingers except for pointer finger and thumb, lengthening and tipping over to right side. To center and over to left. To center, interlacing all of the fingers now and bringing them to the back of the head. And just a couple of shoulder rotations to come back. And then shoulders back and down, tipping right elbow over to right side. Trying to open up that left armpit. Good, coming back to center and over to left side. Back to center, elbows in, slight round of the spine as we drop the chin down. Coming back to center, rolling those shoulder blades back, head pressing into the hands, eyes gaze to come up, or gently closing the eyes. Head back to center, bringing those arms back up to sky, palms parallel, to turn the palms to face out. Lengthening arms down into your full forward fold. Unraveling the spine to come up, bringing those arms back parallel, palms parallel. As you twist to the left now, bringing that right hand to the left leg, coming into your full spinal twist. Nice tall spine, nice deep inhale, releasing the breath. Another deep inhale, and releasing the breath. Coming back to center, swooping those arms back up to sky, palms parallel. Twisting to right side. Left hand gently pressing into that right leg. Nice deep inhale, releasing the breath. And deep inhale, releasing the breath. Coming back to center, hands gently pressing onto the knees, and a little bit of a sway of just your shoulders and rib cage from side to side. A little bit of movement for the lower back as well. As we come back to center, roll the shoulder blades back, elbows back. Still continuing some more side stretches. Bring the right fingertips tented onto the floor. That left arm's going to lengthen straight up to sky. You're going to bend the left elbow out to left side and then reach up. Over to right side, tipping right ear to face the ground. To hold. Coming back to center, bring the left hand down. That right arm stretches straight up. Bend the right elbow. Reaching up and over to left side. Left ear facing the ground. Come up with both arms parallel. Come into your V formation, eyes gaze to come up. Palms back up to touch. This time instead of full forward fold, bring the hands down, shoulders drop, coming into flat back fold. It's a nice long spine. Nice deep inhale and releasing the breath. Coming back up to center, hands on the knees, swaying it out again side to side. That rib cage movement, shoulder movement, and a bit of movement for lower back. coming back to center. Hands at the heart, nice deep inhale, releasing the breath, bringing those arms to come back up to sky. This time, hands above the head. You're going to tent the fingertips, open up the hands to hold. It's a really tall spine. I want you to draw your shoulder blades back and down as you lower the elbows down to hold. And then I want you to start dropping your hands down, keeping the hands wide spread until the hands gently touch the floor. Second round to come up. Hands above the head. To tent fingertips, to open, and to draw back. Beautiful. One last time to come up. Hands above head. To tent fingertips, and your release to come down. Hands on the legs. Keep swaying from side to side. A lot of swaying movement today. You can get a little bit deeper into your sway now that you're getting a little bit more loosened up. Bringing your body towards each thigh. And then bringing the body back to center, drawing the shoulder blades back. Wonderful. Let's bring the right arm to come up to sky. Bring that right arm so it's nice and long. And then you're going to drop that right hand to the neck. With your left arm, lengthening it to come up, and you're going to try and grasp hold of that elbow. If you can't grasp hold of the elbow, you can grasp hold of the arm. And trying to bring that right elbow into center, keeping the spine nice and tall. Gentle breath. To lengthen, to release arms down, to fold forward, belly, chest, head coming down. To unravel, to come up, you're going to draw that left arm straight up to sky, left hand coming back, and that right arm coming up, again, either to grasp hold of your wrist or grasp hold of the elbow, keeping spine tall. So nice open armpits, chin relaxed, it's parallel with the floor. Very nice. Still holding here. You're going to bring those arms to come up. You're going to bring the palms to face out. Another forward fold. Belly, chest, head coming down. Unraveling to come up. And just rolling those shoulder blades back for a moment. Wonderful. So we've done the side sway from side to side. We're going to come into the full body roll now. So I want you just to go as much into this body roll that you wish to for a few rotations, focusing on the shoulder movement and then moving down to the spinal movement and then really focusing on that belly movement. Lots of things working in this nice, simple rotation. We're going to go opposite direction now. Shoulders, spine, belly, and the further that you come forward, you're going to get down to that nice stretch in the hips. Beautiful. Coming back up to center, drawing shoulder blades back. Hands to heart center, deep inhale, and releasing the breath. Bring those arms back up to sky. Good. Hands above the head. This time, instead of tenting the fingers and keeping them here, you're going to bring those fingertips to point out. Draw those shoulder blades back, release the elbows down, and then I want you to push those fingertips like you're pushing them into the ground. Tent the fingertips slightly behind you, coming into your flat back fold. It's a nice long spine. Opening the chest towards the ground, knees dropped. Coming back up to center, just swoop arms up. Palms to touch. To tent fingertips. To bring the palms out and release down. Fingertips pressing into the ground as you come into your flat back fold. And coming back to center one last time to swoop up. Hands above head. To tent. To draw out. And to come down, flat back fold. Nice open chest. And then coming back up to center. Good. I want you to just twist to your left side for a moment. You can either place your hands onto that left leg or tent the arms, the fingertips onto the ground. And again, that spine, keeping it very long, folding just the belly towards that left thigh, trying to keep the right knee relaxed. Nice open knees in this position. Feel like you're opening belly and chest towards that left thigh. Yes, good. Coming back to center, gentle twist to right side to tent the fingertips, and then folding towards right thigh, keeping that left knee relaxed down. To come back to center, to bring those arms out in front, to bend the elbows, and to open belly and chest down towards the floor. If you get down far enough, nice gentle stretch for the hips here, coming up, straightening the arms, deep inhale, exhale, flat back fold. To come up on the inhale, exhale to release down. One more time to come up and to release down. Beautiful. Unraveling that spine to come up, and some big shoulder rotations, elbow rotations to come back. And then coming back to center. Let's bring our legs out into our wide open V formation. So as you bring your legs out to the side, bring your toes to point up. This is going to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Just start off by your fingertips or your palms to press down on the legs. Just beginning to loosen up a bit. You can massage around your knees, your quads, thighs. And as you're doing this, you're coming into a very slight forward fold. Very nice. As you come back up to center, you're going to bring that right arm down to the right leg. You can begin to swoop that left arm to come up, keeping that chest open and slightly turning the chin to come up. Nice open left palm, right ear facing the right leg. Take your time to come down. One last time, reaching that left arm up, right arm coming down towards right leg. To slowly come back to center, rolling one shoulder blade back at a time, elbow back, and then bringing the left arm down to the left leg. And open that right arm up to sky. Nice open right palm. You're going to slowly come back up. One more time to reach up and fold towards the left leg. Left ear facing the left leg. Taking your time to come up, hands placed on top of the legs to roll the shoulder blades back. Rolling shoulder blades back, tenting the fingertips behind you and coming into that flat back fold again. You're going to find this is tricky. Trying to keep that spine nice and long, nice open chest towards the floor. To slowly come back to center. Good. Keep in that wide open V formation with the legs for a moment. Beautiful. And we're going to come into a little bit of a twist here. So what I'd like you to do is twist to your left. You're going to place your right hand gently on the inside of that right leg. You're going to open your chest to the left and place that left hand back behind you to keep the spine up nice and tall. Toes are pointing up towards the sky. Spine is very, very tall in this position. And you're going to just gently move that right hand a bit closer to the left leg, folding forward. And then you can gently release the spine here, bringing head down. And then slowly coming back up to center, hands on the legs, rolling shoulder blades back. And then Again, that gentle twist to right side. That left hand's pressing into the left leg. Right hand's back behind you. Nice open chest. Just start with that gentle fold. If you wish, moving that left hand a bit closer, you can release the spine, releasing the head down. Slowly coming back up, left hand comes back onto that left leg, coming into your full twist. Coming back to center, hands on the legs, swooping the hands down as you come into your full fold. Nice open belly, chest. If you wish, you can grasp hold of your toes. If you're not quite there yet, just let the hands release on top of the legs. And then coming back up to center, rolling the shoulder blades back. You're going to take your time to move these legs one at a time to come into your diamond shape in front. So there's a diamond shaped gap in between the legs. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to do a little bit of this nice spinal movement with the back. So what I want you to do is tuck your belly in. You're going to release, coming down with the spine, let the head release towards the feet. And then unravel that spine to come back up. Draw the shoulder blades back. Opening up the chest, eyes gaze to come up. Exhale, slowly fold forward. Belly, chest, head coming down. Inhale to unravel to come up and open. Exhale to fold forward. And one more time to inhale to come up, open. Exhale to release. We're letting that head release down. The neck is very long in this position. And then coming back up into that nice tall sitting position, bringing those feet a bit closer in towards the body, bottoms of the feet to touch, and just pulsating those knees down towards the floor as you lengthen the spine and the crown of the head up. Very nice. Very important position in Baddha Konasana. Good. And I want you to hold on to your feet with your right hand. Left hand, you're going to gently push that left knee down, keeping spine tall. Deep inhale, releasing back to center. Left hand, grasping hold of both of the feet, grasping hold of the toes. Nice tall spine, pressing down with that right knee. Deep inhale, exhale, releasing back to center. Good. We're going to come out of this Baddha Konasana and coming onto hands and knees into our tabletop position. So I'll start like this for now. Hands are placed onto your mat underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips, just starting off with a little bit of a hip sway from side to side. Just loosening up the lower back and the hips. Good. And then just a very gentle rock forward and back. Stretching out the wrists, coming a little bit further back with the hips coming towards your heels, and swaying as far forward now as you can, stretching the wrists. Very nice. Coming back to center. In your tabletop position, what I'd like you to do is tuck that belly button in towards the spine. You're going to round your back, dropping the head down, and you're going to hold for a moment. You're going to come back into neutral position, curling your toes under, bringing your hips up, lengthening out the spine, and just alternating one heel to come down to the ground at a time. You're going to bring those knees back down to the ground, setting up for your tabletop position. This time you're going to tip your hips up, opening up the chest, eyes gaze to come up. Back into neutral position, curling the toes under, coming up into your downward dog, keeping the knees bent as you bring your heels down to the floor one at a time. Bringing the knees down to the ground, bringing your forearms down to the floor. and doing a bit of a sway forward and back. So your hips coming back as far as you can, coming forward as far as you can. Coming back to center. What I'd like you to do is fold your arms so that you're touching the opposite elbow with your fingertips. And then you're going to bring those hands out in front to interlace the fingers. You're going to curl your toes under. You're going to bring those knees off the ground, just like you're coming into a downward facing dog, but your forearms are pressing into the ground, opening that chest and really trying to lengthen that spine. Hips up nice and high, holding for a moment. Bring the knees down to the ground, but you're going to tuck your knees in together, bringing the hips back, coming into your first child's pose, just letting that spine release. Coming back up onto hands and knees into your tabletop position, just swaying it out for a moment from side to side. And what I'd like you to do, come back into your neutral position, neutral spine. You're going to lengthen your, I'm going to turn this way. You're going to lengthen your right leg back behind you. You're going to bring your right leg up as high as you can. You're just to hold for a moment. So try not to collapse with the chest or the arms. Nice, strong, strong arms. And then you're going to slowly bring that right knee forward to tuck the belly in, releasing the head towards the knee. Inhale, right leg to come up. Exhale. And one more time, that right leg to come up. Forehead to knee to hold. Right knee down to the ground, swaying it out side to side, moving those hips. Coming back to center. So other side now, we're going to lengthen left leg to come back. Left leg's up nice and high, holding for a moment, making sure that body is strong. The arms are strong. And then drawing left knee forward, rounding spine, head towards the knee. And then bringing that left leg up nice and high. Good. Second round to fold forward, head to knee. Inhaling, left leg up. Last round, forehead to knee. This time bringing your knees together, feet together, hips back, coming into your second child's pose. Trying to release that spine. You can cross your arms. Just letting everything feel very, very heavy towards the ground. And then slowly coming back up onto hands and knees into our tabletop position. Swaying it out from side to side. So I'd like to do, step forward with your right foot and just edge that left knee back just as far as you feel comfortable into this position. Very low lunge here. You're going to heel toe that right foot out to the side a few times so that you can get your hands on the inside of that right leg. And just a very gentle sway side to side. Just a little bit of a stretch for our hips here, opening for the thighs, inner thigh. Very nice. And then keeping your leg in this position, I want you to see if you can lower a little bit closer down towards the floor, releasing the head down. Slowly push back up and heel toe that right foot back in. So now that your hands on either side of that right leg. A little bit, we're doing a lot of flowy motion today. I want you to flow your hips back. And then I want you to come as far forward into this stretch as you can. You're tipping your hips forward and then drawing the hips back. Good. So just taking your time or following me. When you come back, you can bring the ball of that right foot off the ground, but deeper stretch. This is half splits. And then coming forward into that low, low lunge, sinking hips forward. A few more times to come back, to sink forward, and then one more time to come back, and to sink forward, to hold, coming back into neutral position, swaying the hips from side to side. So just taking your time to bring that left foot up in front only as far as you feel comfortable, edging that right knee back as far as you feel comfortable. And we're going to start off here with the hands on either side. Oh, actually no, we're heel toeing that left foot out to the side. We'll start with this one first. Hands on the inside of that left leg. That gentle hip opening from side to side. Sway those hips. It's just a very gentle movement, very soft. Good. Back to center. If you can't come far into this stretch, that's okay. You can just kind of release your head down. If you can get down any lower, releasing the neck. And then slowly coming back up. You're going to bring that foot in a bit closer, hands on either side of that left leg. What we're going to do here is just start off with a gentle movement forward and back. We'll get a little bit deeper, just getting used to this movement. So again, when you bring the hips back, you can hold or bring the ball of the left foot away from the floor. As you come forward, you're tipping those hips as far forward as possible. Good. Coming back with me and folding forward. Wonderful. A few more times to come back, to fold forward, and then one more time to come back, to fold forward, to hold, sinking low into this position. Take a nice deep breath, a nice stretch. Wonderful. Coming back, knees together, feet together. This time when you come into your next child's pose, hips are back, belly is down, but I want you to stretch those arms out in front as much as you can, releasing the head down. So opening those armpits towards the ground. Slowly coming back up onto your hands and knees, a bit of a hip sway from side to side. And then from here, we're going to come right into a really low lunge position, a low squat position, I should say. So opening your feet so that they're in a V formation, knees are bent and out to the side. And what I'd like you to do here, you can either balance on the balls of your feet. If you can't come into low squat, you can come into a very low chair pose. And you're going to balance your fingertips out in front. So nice open chest. If you can sink down onto flat feet, you can go there. If you're not ready yet, you can still use those hands to balance or trying to bring your hands into heart center. Thumbs resting onto the chest, shoulders are dropped in this position. Taking a nice deep inhale, releasing the breath. And one more deep inhale, releasing the breath. I want you to slowly round the spine, bringing the hands out in front, releasing the head down. Unraveling to come back up into that nice tall position. Slowly releasing to unravel to come down. Slowly lengthening, back up. Beautiful. One last time to unravel to come down. And to come back up to hold. Nice tall spine, hands at heart center, deep inhale, and releasing the breath. Gorgeous. Hands onto the floor, tipping those hips up, bringing your belly towards the thighs. Head release down, neck is relaxed. And taking your time, that unraveling of the spine to come up into your standing position. and drawing those shoulder blades back. Right. A little bit of a rotation for your wrists, your fingers, your elbows. And then bringing a slight gap in between the feet. All right, we'll start with our hands at the heart again. Seeing we're a little bit warmed up now. Bring the arms to come back up. Hands behind the head. Roll those shoulder blades back, and then tipping back over to right side, left elbow up high. Releasing the right arm down. Keeping that chest nice and open. Bringing the right hand back behind, coming back to center, rolling the shoulder blades back. And then coming over to the left side. Left elbow comes down, right elbow up high. Releasing that left arm down to the side of the left leg. To come back up to center, bringing the hands interlaced behind the head. Roll the shoulder blades back. You're pressing the head into the hands as you open up the rib cage, eyes gaze to come up. Come back to center. I want you to slightly bend the knees. Bring the elbows in, round the spine as you drop the chin down. To unravel, to come back up, stretch those arms back up to sky, lengthening the sides of the body. Palms to face out, and you're going to come down. Gentle bend in the knees until full forward fold. Nice long relaxed neck. Belly towards the thighs. You're going to walk your hands up the legs, placing the hands just below the knees or above the knees as you come into your flat back fold. Slowly coming down, bringing the fingertips to the ground as you slowly walk forward, coming into your plank position. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Nice long legs here. Bringing the knees down, uncurling the toes, hips back towards the heels, lengthening the spine. Coming back up onto the hands and knees, curling the toes under, coming up into your plank position once again. Walking those hands back up into your full forward fold. Gentle release of the knees, gentle unraveling of the spine, coming all the way up to your standing position and rolling the shoulder blades back. Rolling shoulder blades back, interlacing those hands behind you, nice open rib cage. And then swooping those arms up to sky. Opening into our V formation. Palms back up to touch. As hands come down to heart center, slight release of the knees, coming into your flat back fold. Nice long spine. Hands placed below the knees or just above the knees, keeping into that long, long spine. And then with bent knees, unraveling the body to come up to draw those shoulder blades back. Beauty. So while we're here, I'd like to come into a variation of dancer pose. So bringing your left foot to the floor, ball of the right foot onto the ground. What I'd like you to do is kick that right foot back behind you and just let your arms relax down beside you. If you're able to grasp hold of the right foot, that's great. If you can't, just reaching that right hand back towards the right heel. Okay, so even if it's just this, whatever your modification may be, I want you to lengthen that left arm up to sky. You can hold here. I want you to keep drawing that right heel in towards the back of the body, or if you'd like, a slight tip of the hips forward as you keep bringing that right foot up. Shoulders and hips in line as best as they can. To slowly come back up, nice long left arm, bringing that right foot down. Right arm up to sky, palms to face out, and slowly coming into your full forward fold. Belly, chest, head coming down. Walking the hands up the legs, coming into your flat back fold. Nice long spine. Bending the knees, unraveling the body to come up, rolling the shoulder blades back, interlacing the fingers behind you. Releasing the arms down by our sides. Coming into other side for a variation of dancer, right foot planting into the ground, kicking that left heel up behind you to either bring your fingertips towards your foot or grasping hold of the foot. What I'd like you to do is try and bring the heel in as close as you can, and then lengthen that right arm up to sky to hold. If you'd like to come any further, keep drawing that left foot up as you hinge forward. Beautiful. Wonderful. Left foot coming down, reaching those arms to come up. Slight release of the knees, coming into your full forward fold. Belly, chest, head coming down. Walking the hands up the legs, coming into your flat back fold. Bending of the knees, slowly unraveling to come up as we draw the shoulder blades back. Shoulder blades back, interlacing the fingers behind us, nice open chest. End of release. Well done. Bring your feet about hip distance apart, a slight bend in the knees. Just let your back release with a gentle twist from side to side. Your arms are just loose, very, very loose. Wonderful. Coming back to center. Another balancing pose today. I like balancing poses outside for some reason. So what we're going to do is place that left foot down to the floor, ball the right foot down on the ground. Just let your arms be loose again. And you're going to just bring that right knee up first, clasping hold behind the leg, drawing that knee close in towards the body. If you feel more comfortable, you can hug that knee in closer, holding here. You're going to slowly bring that right foot, bending that left knee and bringing it on top of the left thigh to hold here, or bringing hands to heart center. Beautiful. It's a tricky one. Bringing the right foot down, arms to lengthen, slight bend in the knees to your full forward fold. Belly, chest, head to come down. To come up into your flat back fold, hands just below or above the knees. As you unravel that spine to come up, rolling those shoulder blades back. So what we're going to do here, planting the right foot onto the floor. Arms relaxed down by your sides as you bring that left knee to come up. And either clasping hold underneath that left leg or grasping hold onto the left shin, drawing that left knee as close in towards the body as possible. You're going to take your time. You're going to bend that right knee slightly, bringing that left ankle on top of the right leg, hands at heart center, or your arms can just relax down by your side. Try to keep your spine tall. Again, if you're daring, you want to sink a little bit lower into this position, you can go for it. Beautiful. That's it. Bringing ourselves up to swoop arms up to sky one more time. Slight bend in the knees, coming back into your full forward fold. Crown of the head to come down. Walking the hands up the legs, coming into your flat back fold. Nice long spine. Slight rounding of the back as you come up. Rolling the shoulder blades back. Interlacing the fingers behind us as we stretch the arms back behind. What we're going to do here is swoop those arms to come up. The right hand coming down the side of the right leg, left arm to lengthen, to hold. To come back up to center, both arms. Left arm to come down, right arm to reach. To come back up to center, both arms. Palms to face out, coming back into your full forward fold. This time planting the fingertips on the ground. back out into your plank position, holding plank. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Bringing the knees down to the ground, unraveling the toes, bringing those hips back to the heels as you release the head down. You're going to come back up onto the hands and knees. What I'd like you to do is begin to drop your thighs down to the ground. Keep the shoulders relaxed as you open up the chest. Hips are down. To come back to center, drawing those hips back, belly down, head down. Come back up onto the hands and knees. A few more of this flow today. Bringing your thighs down, opening up that chest, shoulders are dropped. To center, hips back, releasing spine, head coming down. One more time to come up, dropping hips forward, nice open chest. And one more time all the way to come back, releasing the head down. Back up onto hands and knees into your tabletop position. Just give those hips a bit of a sway from side to side. Let's do one more stretch on the hands and knees for our legs, and then we will come onto our back. So what I'd like you to do is lengthen the right leg back behind, and you're going to bring that right leg up as high as you can. Bend your elbows and just slowly start to release that chest down towards the ground. You can bring your forearms down to the floor if you need to. Keep lengthening that right leg up high. And then slowly start to push yourself back up. Keep that right leg up nice and high. Bending the right knee, pushing the right foot over towards the left side. Bring right knee beside the left knee, feet together, coming back into another child's pose. This time release the palms to face up. Slowly coming back up onto your hands and knees into your tabletop, swaying those hips from side to side. So other side now, lengthening the left leg to come back behind, bringing that left leg up nice and high, holding for a moment. Bending the elbows to open the chest down towards the floor, either to hold or to bring your forearms down on the ground. Keep lengthening, drop the head down, no strain in the neck. Push straight back up. You're going to keep that left leg up high for a moment, bend the left knee, and then push that left foot over to right side. Take your time. You're going to bring those knees back together, our last child's pose. Feet together, let those palms release up, belly, chest, head coming down. Slowly take the time to unravel to come up. You're going to just come into a cross-legged position for a moment before we come on to our backs. And what I'd like you to do here when you're in your nice tall sitting position, I just want you to come back into that bit of a sway from side to side. To really trying to release the spine and the shoulders and also the neck. Wonderful. Beautiful. Let's come onto our backs. So taking a moment here to just unravel down, just taking your time as you release onto your back, Let the head drop down. Keep those knees being drawn in towards the chest, and a very gentle rock side to side. Your back will really enjoy this after all that flowy spinal movement we've been doing today. Take a moment to massage it. And then coming back to center. I'd like you actually to bring your hands back behind you, interlace the fingers, and let the head rest into the hands. You're going to keep the knees into chest for a moment. Bring the head and the hands away from the ground. Draw the elbows in and just come into a bit of a small ball for a moment. Then lengthen the legs up towards the sky as you grasp hold of the legs, pushing the feet to come up towards sky. Belly button into spine. Slowly releasing the knees down, the spine, the head, coming back into a bit of a rock from side to side. And then bringing your feet down to the ground at hip distance apart. Knees are bent. Arms lengthened out to your sides, and just begin to windshield wipe those knees from side to side. So nice release of the hips here as well. As we bring ourselves back to center. I'd like you to bring those knees back into chest, keep your arms out to the sides, and then just gently let those knees fall over to the right side. Shoulders are heavy. Knees back to center, and then letting both knees fall over to left side, shoulders heavy. Bringing both knees back into center, lengthening those legs back up to sky, the bottoms of the feet to push up, then lengthen the arms up to sky, pushing the palms to face up, belly button into spine. Draw knees into chest, nice hug here in center, and rock it out one last time from side to side. From here, I want you to begin to bring your body into that final resting position, taking a moment if you need to make any stretch or poses that we haven't done, just to release the body. Your final resting pose should be as comfortable as possible. And as you take a moment to release yourself into this comfortable position, I want you to close your eyes and just being able to let your body go, keeping the face very relaxed. We're going to bring focus to the face to start off. And I want you to move your jaw slightly, just making sure you're not holding in any tension around the jaw area. To relax your lips, relaxing the mouth, and relaxing your tongue. And then I want you to let go of your head, this very, very heavy sensation from the back of the head releasing into the floor. And letting that heavy sensation travel down through the neck into the shoulders. So feeling your shoulders being drawn back and down, And when that happens, this nice open chest, nice open heart. Gentle inhale through the nose, gentle release of the breath. Bringing the focus down the body, down the spine. Making sure that lower back feels very comfortable in your position. And being able to release the hips. Gentle inhale through the nose and gentle release of the breath. Finally bringing focus to the legs and letting those legs be quite heavy at a nice distance apart. Letting the kneecaps release out to each side. And as we bring the focus down the legs, we come all the way down to the feet. Being able to let the heels anchor into the ground and that gentle release of the toes. Gentle inhale through the nose, gentle release of the breath. As we bring the focus to the front of the body, we bring it to the movement of breath. This very gentle, gentle rise and fall of the belly. And just noticing the back body, how relaxed it is into the ground, how heavy it is to the floor, but noticing how light the belly is, that rise and fall of the belly. The breath should be able to calm down this kind of effortless breath. Allowing every single part of the body just to be still. Bringing our focus back to the body, back to the breath. And bring a very gentle sway to the body, very gentle movement with your fingers or your toes. Any other stretch or lengthening of the body that you wish to do. Awakening that heaviness from the body. Awakening your breath with the deeper inhales. So your movement here. Nice twist for the spine one last time. Or any other side stretch. And then from here, just taking a moment to curl onto one side of the body. Just staying in this position for a moment. Keeping this calm state of the body and the mind. And then taking a moment to just nice and slowly unravel the body to come up into your final sitting position, nice and tall. As you come into that nice tall sitting position, just take a moment to draw the shoulder blades back. One last movement for the shoulder blades. And then bringing our hands back to heart center, gently letting the thumbs, pads of the fingers and palms touch. As we inhale, arms up to sky. Open the arms into V formation. Inhaling, palms to touch. Hands coming down to heart center, coming into a very, very slight fold forward. Back to center, arms to come up on the inhale, into V formation. Palms back up to touch. Hands coming down to heart center. Gentle fold forward, flat back. And one last time to come all the way up, arms to lengthen into V formation. Palms back up to touch, hands coming down to heart. Thumbs resting onto the chest, one last fold forward with a flat back. Coming back to center, letting the thumbs rest onto the chest. Gentle twist to the left, gentle fold of that belly towards left thigh. To come back to center, gentle twist to the right, gentle fold of the belly towards right thigh. To come back to center, releasing the shoulders, very gentle fold forward, keeping the back flat. Coming back to center, arms to lengthen, back up to sky. Right hand down to the ground, one last side stretch, left arm over top of the head. Chin slightly tipped up. To float back to center as we bring the left arm down. That right arm gently comes over to left side. To come back up to center, arms lengthening nice and long above the head, opening into our V formation. Palms back up to touch, slowly bringing hands down to heart center. Thumbs resting onto the chest, deep inhale, and releasing the breath. Namaste. With many thanks. Thank you for joining in if you're joining in live, and much love to all you that watch these videos at a later time, and let me know how you're enjoying the classes. So nice you can take part of the class at home. Don't forget I am doing some outdoor classes and back into the studios soon. Send me a message if you need to know any more information about all of my different classes. Hopefully a fuller schedule starting next week, which will be great. More opportunities to join in. I'll still be doing some live stuff though for those of you that can't get out to the classes. Much love. See you soon.